So what we want to show today is new options for adding custom limits to your regulatory limits screen in myEOL. So on the regulatory limits screen, what we have are regulatory limits from different states and regulatory agencies that you can use to compare against your data. You also have the option to create custom limit sets that are available. So if you have a permit that is specific to your site, you would want to be able to compare those site limits to your site data. And since you're the only one who has them as the client, you need to enter them into the system. So to create a new custom limit set, you have a few options. The first thing you want to do is give it a title that means something to you, so that you know which limit set you're choosing. You can give it a option such as a permit number, whatever works for you. You can say the source is permit. You would pick the matrices that it applies to. You also have the option now in myEOL to share these limits with other people at your company. So for instance, I can create this limit, and if I click the shared box, anyone else who logs into myEOL that shares my email address, domain name, the @et.eurofinsUS.com part of your address, anyone else who has that will also be able to see this limit. And that's very handy because then you only have to enter these limits once, and everyone who's working with that site has the opportunity to use the limits. So the second thing that you have to do is tell the system which analytes you want to look at, what the limit is that causes a problem at your site, whether it's above that limit, equal to that limit. And how we used to have to do that was to enter each analyte one at a time and then say add it, and then choose the operator, choose the limit, choose the units. This is fine if it's one or two analytes. You have a whole list like you normally would for a permit. It can take a long time. So we've added the option, since you normally would have your limits in an Excel spreadsheet, we've added the option to copy your spreadsheet and paste it right into this grid. Your spreadsheet does need to look like this. So we have this example here for you. We also show you when you're ready to copy and paste your limits to the grid, give you some instructions because this is the box you're going to paste into. To just paste the contents of your spreadsheet here, you need 4 columns. We tell you what they are, and we tell you what your operator choices are: greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So it's fairly simple to navigate to your limits where you have them stored on your computer. Simply copy those, come back here, paste them, and click Add to Grid. Takes a few minutes because I picked a long list because I wanted you to show there's no limit here. Just takes a little while, but you can kind of see it working. And when you're satisfied that everything pasted properly, you click Save, and we're done.